Which one is better, losing weight fast or losing weight slow? Well, that's going to depend on the person and their individual circumstances. And in today's video, I'm going to go over some of the things that you should think about when considering your own weight loss journey. Coming up. Hey guys, Newton Kwong here, helping you with long-term tips and strategies on how to eat better and live healthier. All of the information in today's video is for educational purposes only, so if you are seeking medical advice, please consult with your proper healthcare professional. Before I go into the different considerations between fast versus slow weight loss, let's first define what they are. Fast weight loss is anything that is 2 pounds or over each week, and slow weight loss is anything underneath a pound each week. That means if you're losing 8 pounds or more each month, then that would be considered fast weight loss. But if you're losing roughly about 4 or less each month, then that could be considered slow weight loss. If you're looking to lose weight on the quicker side, then these are the things that you would need to consider. Number one is that you're going to have more trade-offs and sacrifices in your day-to-day life. And the reason is because you're going to need to adopt more weight loss practices in a shorter time span. As you incorporate more of these new practices, that means that you're going to have to say no to other things that you are currently doing in your life. This most likely means that you're going to have to find time to do things such as exercising, working out, grocery shopping, preparing your own meals, preparing and planning and scheduling for all of these things. And as you find time for these things, that's going to take away time from things that you normally would do. So you can see that there's going to be some sort of sacrifice that needs to happen, especially if you're looking for faster results. Number two is that if you see these fast results, it's going to be so much more motivating to stick to the plan. This is a very huge benefit for achieving fast results because it gets us to buy into the process of getting healthy. It gets us to buy into our overall goal and all the steps that are required to get there. Success builds upon success, and the earlier signs that we see of it, the more commitment that we'll put into what we're doing. Number three is that you're probably going to use a lot of conscious willpower in order to achieve faster weight loss. And this is because you're going to have to try to override a lot of your regular habits and your regular routines. So throughout the process, you would need to sustain a higher level of mental effort and mental stress to prevent yourself from falling back into behaviors that would otherwise slow down your progress. Unfortunately, that will cause a lot of mental fatigue, and that leads into point number 4, which is that the probability of falling back and regressing is very high if you're trying to achieve too much too soon. Combining the high level of mental fatigue, as well as what I discussed in point number 1, which is the massive amount of trade-offs and sacrifices that are required, that's going to be a perfect mix for falling right back into our normal lives after we've achieved the goal that we set for ourselves. That's one of the reasons why you may see people who have achieved a great amount of weight loss but end up gaining all of that plus more back. Number 5 is that there may be a tendency to become overly attached to the method or the diet that we use to achieve the fast results. Since we've been able to achieve the fast weight loss from one method, there's really no incentive for us to go out there and explore other nutritional protocols or diets or learn more about what good nutrition looks like. As a result, we might become very narrow-minded and closed-minded towards the one thing that got us the results that we were seeking. Those are the 5 things that you may want to consider if you're looking to achieve faster weight loss. Now let's go into the things that you would want to think about if you want to achieve weight loss at a slower rate. Number 1 is that you would make gradual changes to your daily routine. So as opposed to fast weight loss where you're trying to adopt many different new weight loss practices in a short amount of time, with slow weight loss, you're extending that timeline for which you want to achieve results. And that means that you get to adopt these weight loss practices at a rate that's going to be more comfortable for you. That has its benefits because there may be less resistance to taking action because you know that you won't have to sacrifice too much at the moment. This will also give you the flexibility for doing the things that you're more comfortable with doing first. So let's say that you have a major affinity to red wine and you know that at some point in time, you're going to have to reduce your red wine consumption to lose the weight that you want. But since you're giving yourself a longer timeline to achieve your goal, you may not start off with reducing your red wine intake. You may want to start somewhere else. You may want to start with another weight loss practice that you'd be more comfortable in doing. This is a perfect segue into number 2, which is that you would need to use less willpower to stay on track. There's going to be less resistance for you to take action. If each step in the weight loss process is smaller, and if you had more time to complete each step, then the process is probably going to be more enjoyable and it's going to be much more easier to stick to. You wouldn't have to force yourself into doing things because ultimately you're going to have more time to build up habits. Number 3 is that the probability of making long-lasting change is going to be higher if you opt for slower weight loss as opposed to fast weight loss. The reason behind this is because you're building up habits that stick with you. Small changes that are done consistently over time, they tend to become ingrained in our day-to-day behaviors. In the process of slow weight loss, what we're trying to do is condition our lifestyle to become different. The key component to long-lasting change is a healthy lifestyle. Number 4 is that it can be potentially frustrating to see little or no results in the beginning. And that's because with smaller actions come smaller results. Small actions such as taking a 10-minute walk or drinking an extra cup of water a day, it may not budge the scales too much. It's going to require a lot more time and consistency for those small actions to build up into some large results. In the absence of results in weight loss, we need to discover other ways to feel successful in our journey. That could be through the improvements in the energy that we have. It could be through the improvements in the mood that we have, as well as our confidence in being able to stick to a weight loss journey. It could also be improvements in our outlook on our health and the direction that it's taking. We're going to be a lot better off if we can find metrics of success that are not tied to the weight scale or the way that we look. If we can continually base our success on these other metrics, then it's going to be easier for us to stick to the path of slow weight loss. Number 5 is that you're giving yourself a longer time period to learn more about nutrition. This gives you more chances and opportunities to learn why what you're doing is working for you. That way you don't become dogmatic or overly attached to one method. You get to learn the overarching principles of nutrition science. The more knowledge that you have behind the science, the more empowered you are to make your own decisions. If you're finding value out of this video, then please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel for more content just like this. And let me know down in the comments below if you're leaning more towards slow weight loss or fast weight loss. All right, so now that we've gone over the considerations for both fast weight loss and slow weight loss, which one is going to be better for us? Well, that really depends on you. Each person is going to be different in what they require. Each person is going to be different in their goals, and each person is going to be different in their level of tolerance when it comes to adopting new behaviors and new practices. If you're okay with making big trade-offs and it's no big deal for you to make the sacrifices that are required for fast weight loss, then go ahead and try to be more ambitious with your weight loss. But if you feel like your current lifestyle is something that you can't change drastically just yet, then a slower approach may be more beneficial for you. All of this really depends on what you want. My suggestion is that if you're trying to lose weight for just a one-time event, maybe it's a vacation or a wedding or a photo shoot, then it's perfectly fine to take the fast weight loss path. It's much easier to make sacrifices in your lifestyle when you know you're only doing it once. If your goal is to have long-term health and longevity, then I would recommend taking a slower approach to weight loss. There really is no rush to become healthier because you have the rest of your life to continually improve on your lifestyle. If your plan is to live for the next 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50 years, then why not use up all of that time to learn how to become healthier? There's always ways in which you can improve what you're currently doing. So enjoy the process, take your time, be patient, and you'll see that you'll be able to meet and exceed your goals in a time frame that's going to be very, very reasonable. I hope that this video helps you out, and if you have any questions on anything that I've discussed in this video, please leave them down in the comments below so that I can address them in future videos. Check out all of my videos on the next screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.